is going to the cinema worth it? Because this is all this whole
in
discussion.
a nutshell, no. Next,
no. But this whole segment has come from my grandma buying me a Cineworld voucher for Christmas, and I looked at it and I was like, cool. And it was a joint present for me and the girlfriend. So we're like, we don't really know what we're going to go and watch. We're kind of
like a one-off voucher or like a membership thing.
A one-off voucher.
Right, okay.
So it's not like a.
Because I think if you're like a film fanatic,
yeah,
and you get those membership things, I think it can be worth it.
Yeah, so
especially if the cinema is local.
Yeah, I've got a friend at work, and she goes on her weeks off. Goes like twice a week.
Yeah.
So she makes the most of it easily.
I just don't know if films are appealing anymore, or a lot of them anyway.
So like, I watched the Star Wars film recently.
Like for example, that
good.
Cats has just got absolutely slated.
It's got absolutely annihilated. So Ricky Gervais was hosting the Golden Globes.
Yeah, that was. Did you see his whole intro?
I've watched all of his. Yeah. So like he rinsed everybody, but then he went. But you know, no one goes to cinemas anymore, and I was like, oh god, here we go. And he just rinses cinemas, being like basically a shit version of Netflix. And he said, we might as well turn them and go, well done Netflix, you've won everything. Good night. But we had to drag it out for 3 hours. So that was kind of quite a key point that I was going to make as well. Like, do you go to the cinema anymore? Is it something you do, or is it something that maybe you did 5-10 years ago, but now that Netflix is here, it's not that applicable anymore?
That second one.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that you can make good films still.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like a lot of films that are released just aren't as good as what they potentially used to be.
Yeah.
So, and let's be honest, it's so much easier to pay £10 a month and sit in bed and watch something on your own telly than it is to go out, drive to a cinema, pay you probably pay like a tenner anyway. Yeah. I mean, I think the prices have come down now. They're more like £6-7 quid, aren't they? But
it's come down a bit. It hasn't come down as much as you want it to.
But like, I feel that like the cinema experience itself for watching a film is second to none. Like the big screen, the seats, the surround system. I feel like the actual setup itself.
I was going to try and argue that, but I think you are right. In
terms of actual setup, I think it is the best that you can get. I just don't feel like it. Like the question you'd have to ask yourself is, would it add much of an impact on your viewing experience for that film in particular for it to be worth going out and doing it?
So for some people, it is like people that are like film fanatics, love going to cinema, love the experience, and people that follow certain franchises. So this is going to sound really fucking sad. So when Toy Story 4 came out, I was like, I've got to go and watch this in the cinema because I grew up with Toy Story. I've seen all of them. Yeah. It came out. I was like, I've got to go and watch this in the cinema, and I didn't regret it. Yeah. It was quality. Yeah, it was a great film. But when like Star Wars came out, I was like, I'm not bothered by it. I haven't actually watched the last few in the cinema. I'll catch them when they turn up on whatever service I pay for. And I ended up going with work, so I go to the cinema irregularly with work when it's appropriate to. So I've been to the cinema to see like Star Wars. I've seen a Detective Pikachu at the cinema. I go like ill frequently with them, and the experience in the cinema, I do like it. And what you said about the quality of the screen and the quality of the sound and stuff is second to none. But I prefer my own house because I enjoy in a film. I'm not sure the girlfriend loves this, but when we're watching a TV series or a film, I like turning to her and going like predicting what's going to happen. Yeah, you don't do that in the cinema because you're being a jerk and you're just annoying other people. But
also, like, I mean, you look at a practical point of view as well. Like, say. Just trying to think of a film that you'd watch on Netflix or so. Like, so I've not watched it yet, but The Irishman.
Yeah,
it's just come on Netflix, and I want to watch that.
Yeah, same.
I feel the new one that's come out is The Gentleman, isn't it? I think there's a new film in cinema called The Gentleman.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, so The Irishman. So if I was to watch that, I mean, I don't generally like pause or anything like that during a film or talk through it. However, you could quite easily, if you're at home, right, and you're thirsty, You just go, right, okay, just pause.
Go get a drink.
Go get a drink, get food, whatever.
Yeah.
Come back, start. And like, if you're at the cinema, like you've got to get up, you've got to ask people to stand up, you've got to shuffle past them, and then you're sorry.
And then you miss part of the film, probably a key scene.
And it's just like, I think in terms of just purely because it's so much easier, I think the majority of people would just prefer to watch stuff on Netflix.
Yeah, and the problem with like going to cinema,
which is why they've sort of done so well, I guess.
Oh, they've absolutely smashed it. I reckon they're the best company at the moment. I'm trying to think of a company that I think of in higher regard than Netflix. I don't think there is one.
Well, it depends your definition of regard.
So, like, think highly of. So, who do I think? So, when you say Amazon to me right now, I think didn't fucking deliver my headphones. That didn't work out. A book that I bought for Kate recently turned up earlier than expected, which I know is a good thing. But why tell me it's gonna? Because she then started reading another book, so then she hasn't managed to start the book she wanted to read because she was waiting for it to be delivered. Does that make sense? Like, that's a stupid thing, but like,
I was gonna say it's a very stupid.
It's a stupid thing, but like, in my head right now, Amazon fucking shit.
Right.
I mean, 2 weeks ago, Amazon were great because of the football.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, nothing's on Amazon Video that I want to watch. Pretty stinky. Their delivery's been crap recently.
I suppose your argument could be that Netflix don't have as much on there as you'd like.
See, I'm always got stuff I haven't watched.
Or the fact that American Netflix has loads more than UK.
Yeah.
For some unknown reason. I suppose rights and whatever.
Yeah. And like, I don't like it when I click on... So I was scrolling through Netflix last night. I was like, right, I need to start getting better at watching stuff if I'm going to be talking about it on the podcast. So I was like, right, add to list, add to list, add to list. And then I got to Lucifer, which I've heard's good. But then they've only got season 4. So I was like, I know that they only bought the rights
on
to
Amazon for the first 3.
Yeah, they bought the rights to it and made season 4. So they didn't make season 1, 2, 3. So I was like, but I can't be asked to go find season 1,
Gavin
2, 3.
and Stacey.
Yeah.
It starts with season 2, I think.
Yeah. So I watched season 1 on iPlayer.
Yeah.
And then move over. And that's the same with Fleabag. Like, I started watching on Amazon Video season 1 and then ended up moving over to
BBC iPlayer.
BBC iPlayer for season 2 because they didn't have season 2 on Amazon. But yeah, so like cinema, Netflix is better just because the variety of stuff you can get.
I feel like certain films need to be watched in the cinema.
Yeah.
But the majority of films aren't worth it.
No, and I'd also argue that I'm more of a TV series fan. So that's probably why I don't think of cinema in high regard.
Yeah, I mean... it's so much like something that I've been watching a lot recently, and I've seen it all before. Is Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah,
it's so easy to put on an episode because 1 is 20 minutes long. 2, it's like not you don't have to be too focused on it. 3 is like funny, so like you want to just watch an episode quickly before going to eat or something, whatever. That's like that's why I prefer TV series.
Whereas cinema,
films, you've literally got to sit down for an hour.
You got plans to watch, haven't you?
Yeah,
you got to be like, right, I'm going to watch it now.
And realistically, in a lot of people's lives, like people who work full time, will then come home and not necessarily have and like obviously a lot of people have kids as well, so they won't have a lot of time. So to sit down and watch a film, it's say for example you work full time and you got kids. It's probably got to be kid friendly. Yeah. For you to actually be able to sit down, and also if it isn't, then it's got to be something that's like, are you realistically going to be sat like staying up at like 10 or whatever watching a film till 12 and then
you just
getting woken up by a kid at 4 a.m? No, not really.
Not gonna happen, is it?
I think TV series just work better for majority of people.
I think modern day life as well. I think just like the day and age that we're in, people are lazy. People aren't going to be willing to get up and go to the cinema. Sitting in your bed, as you said, watching Netflix is just easier.
Like I've been ill this week, and every time, like after work, every single day, I've literally got a cup of tea, gone to bed, just like not even really watching anything, but just stuck some on because otherwise you'd be bored.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah. Or if you're like hungover or something, then a lot of people do that as well. I wouldn't know.
Pretty good. You don't drink? No, that never happened in the last podcast. They've got no views.